Early retirement is frequently viewed as the ultimate financial objective, the promised land where freedom reigns supreme and labor is no longer necessary. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Welcome to Finance Professor. Early retirement has a negative aspect that's frequently disregarded. In the framework of the FIRE, Financial Independence, Retire Early movement, let's examine the psychological effects of early retirement and the significance of discovering purpose beyond financial independence. A large portion of people's identities and social lives are shaped by their profession, which is more than just a source of income. Early retirement might result in a sudden hole in both areas, as people may find it difficult to define themselves and keep up social ties without the support of the workplace. Beyond achieving financial security. The FIRE movement places a strong emphasis on gaining financial independence, but it's critical to remember the necessity of continuing to live with meaning and fulfillment. For general well-being, it's essential to cultivate a sense of purpose independent of employment and material gain. You can do this by fostering relationships, taking part in hobbies, volunteering, or looking for possibilities for personal development. Since the financial crisis, the FIRE movement, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early, has gained significant momentum. If you're experiencing early retirement FOMO, or fear of missing out, you must understand the dangers of FIRE before making the decision. The FIRE movement started in 2009 to talk about obtaining financial independence while still young. Its motto, achieving financial freedom sooner rather than later, strives to inspire people all over the world to take control of their money so that they can live the lifestyles that they want to. 2009 coincidentally marked the end of the previous financial crisis. The stock market and housing market both had outstanding performances before the COVID-19 global pandemic. Since the decline in March 2020, the marks are fortunately rising yet again. FIRE hype has gone too far. FIRE is still popular now, more than 13 years later, but it's kind of out of control. The FIRE movement is expanding because more and more people have amassed significant wealth and the courage to retire early as a result of the market's success. There are thoughts about the financial freedom nowadays. Furthermore, as more people live the FIRE and write about it, the more others learn about this alternative way of life. Many of us become very wealthy since 2009, so it makes sense that more people want to quit their day jobs and pursue other endeavors. Furthermore, as the wealth gap continues to widen, more people are realizing that all of the time spent in the office is making someone else rich, not so much themselves. Is working for a CEO who makes $50 million really worth it? Many don't think so. Likewise, smart people are realizing that all the time spent in the office is making someone else rich, not so much themselves. People are realizing that living in the now is preferable. Why wait until we're old, infirm, and less mobile to enjoy our greatest lives? When you're young, hiking in the Inca Trail and the Machu Picchu is much simpler. But there are risks involved with everything in life. The FIRE movement is a bull market phenomenon when investors believe that they cannot just lose money. However, those who lived through the recessions of 2000 to 2003 and 2008 to 2009 are aware that horrible things could happen. But more moving to the darker side of FIRE, subscribe to Finance Professor and also enable that bell icon. You might hear the derisive term fake FIRE from some people. Because you're working hard both online and offline to make ends meet, some cruder folks could call you a barista FIRE. Whatever the situation, it's up to you to choose what will support your lifestyle the most financially. Now that so many people are pursuing FIRE, let's talk about the hazards associated with the movement. To make the best decisions, it's always best and wise to comprehend both sides of an issue. If you alter your mind, you can appear dumb. Imagine working for 18 years after college and retiring at 40. The following 5 years are spent relaxing, experiencing new things, and traveling the world. When you reach the age of 45, you realize that work is what makes travel and leisure so enjoyable. Although you feel the need to rejoin the fray, who's going to take the chance on hiring a 45-year-old with a 5-year employment gap? The employer will think you're out of practice and that you might quit after a year. The employer then makes the simple decision to hire someone who has never had a break in employment or someone from another company. The money you have runs out. Whatever levels of caution we exercise in estimating our retirement funding requirements, the unexpected is always possible. Your house might blow down, or you might experience a medical emergency. A severe recession might have ruined your investments. There's still a chance of negative sequence of risk, despite the exaggerated concerns about running out of money during FIRE. You stop communicating with relatives and friends. Having unlimited time to accomplish whatever you want is pleasant. However, if your family and friends are out at work all day, then they won't be able to accompany you on your midday walk or a trip to Tahiti. They might also need to care for a family on the weekends and in the evenings. If you've ever taken a solo vacation, you know how lonely it can be when everyone else is living off of their own lives. It could be challenging to provide for a family. Raising a kid may be too expensive a venture for early retirees to take on unless they have a significant amount of after-tax retirement assets. The combination of losing a day job and adding child expenses can be too much to handle for some people. You lose your respect and the respect of others. If you aren't out there saving the world, you could begin to feel depressed about how little you're doing to better society. Because you might also be doing nothing productive, people will stop appreciating you. Traveling the globe and writing about how wonderful your life isn't going to benefit anyone. You could develop into an irrational egomaniac. Many members of the FIRE group develop egomaniac tendencies as a result of their need to defend their choices to leave the workforce early. To demonstrate how amazing their lives are, they end up uploading several selfies and photos from their excursions to social media. They'll then frequently post on their blogs about the FIRE. These individuals are the worst because of their extreme lack of confidence. You have two options. Either live your life and brag about how amazing it is, or live your life and don't. Choose the latter. You'll be upset that your level of happiness isn't much higher. So many people mistakenly believe that their happiness will last forever, even after they become financially independent or quit a job that they despise. The reality is that your increased happiness will only last for 3 to 6 months at most. You'll eventually return to your original state of being. Consider your time in high school or college, when your financial situation was much different from what it is today. I'm willing to bet that when you were a broke college student, you were just as content, if not more so. You might question whether this is all there is to life. Early retirement is similar to concluding a long-running television program. While you're happy that there's a resolution, you're also disappointed that it's done. There's no assurance that you will find a show that is as excellent or better. The majority of us attend elementary school for 13 years to attend college for 4 years and then land a respectable job. Then we work for decades to make money and save it so we can support our family, and then we retire at age 65. Hopefully we'll live for another 20 years to reap the rewards of our labors. You are continually left wondering what comes next when you retire considerably earlier. While all of your closest buddies are at work, you're sitting there mentally twiddling your thumbs, waiting for the next big event. Because you have no one to socialize with, early retirement can become incredibly monotonous and uninteresting. Financial independence, retire early, is a risk. Your level of financial independence is an ever-changing target. Because we love our children so much and want what's best for them, children truly put the FIRE community to the test. Our lifestyle inflation has been controlled, but with children, we need to learn again how to control our spending. Just be aware that if you can't control your lifestyle, whatever you believe your ideal retirement income would be is likely to increase with time. Being untrue to your financial self is the biggest risk associated with the FIRE movement. You are not truly FIRE if you don't have the passive income necessary to support a retirement lifestyle. Either you live your life or you spend time describing it to other people. There is no need to constantly gush about your luxurious lifestyle once you reach FIRE. If you do it, it will appear like you're trying to defend your choice. Be aware that your spending could come as a pleasant surprise even after you reach financial independence. You'll never know when you'll have to deal with a medical emergency or a new or elderly family member. Which of the risks listed above scares you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to Finance Professor for more interesting videos like this, and feel free to check out some other videos on our channel.